everyone, so we are back with another soap video. As always, I have my lye water solution here and I have my base oils here. Now I have already added my fragrance oil to the base oils here. So today I'm going to be doing a 50-50 blend of almond marzipan from Nature's Garden and then almond from Nature's Garden. I was just a little bit short on this one, so I decided to use the regular almond scent to kind of supplement it together to get the full amount of fragrance oil for this batch. All right, so that is already added here to the base oils here. Now what we're going to be doing is I am going to be splitting off half of this once I added my lye water solution, because we're going to be doing two different colors with our batch today. And I have also already added my sodium lactate to my lye water solution here. So as always, we are going to pour this into the base oils here. All right, and then we're going to mix this with our stick blender. I am going to keep this a little under mixed though, because I do need a little bit of time to work with my oils. So I am just going to barely get this mixed. All right, I am kind of overflowing in this pitcher here, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to pour off about half of this mixture here into my other container. All right, we are about half and half mixed here. So for this first color here, I'm kind of going for a little bit of like a minty kind of color. So I'm going to be using hydrated chromium from TKB Trading, and I'm also going to be adding a little bit of titanium dioxide. All right, so now to our first color here, this green minty color, we are going to be adding in some chocolate shred soap shavings here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add all of these into here. And I did kind of overmix this just a little bit because I do want this layer to set up quicker than the next one, because we're actually going to be doing a layered sculpted soap today, and I haven't done one of these in a while. Since I do want to work quickly, I already have my mold here. We're going to go ahead and just pour all of this into the soap mold here. All right, and so that is it for that first layer. I do want to give that a little bit of time to set up, but meanwhile, I do want to try to keep this layer as fluid as possible, but I do need to color it. So for the color today, we are going to be doing dark brown oxide in the other color here. All right, so now we have this nice chocolatey layer here that is going to go on top of the green color that we just poured. But I do want to do a bit of a sculpted layer here, so I do want to give this just a couple more minutes to set up. Now it is setting up quickly and nicely, which is good, but I also want to make sure that my brown batter here doesn't get too thick, so I am going to try to keep stirring this and keeping it fluid, so it's kind of a balance between the two. All right, and I am going to use my little scraper here. This is just a little drippy scraper that I have made. I am going to attempt to see if it is hard enough to hold its shape. So I am going to go in here and scrape some of this up. And I'm going to have another bowl here to catch the leftover batter that we're scraping up. All right, and I'm gonna give it just one more little quick scrape. All right, and then all this leftover batter is gonna be turned into little samples. So now we want to work quickly and pour in the chocolate layer. All right, and then very carefully, I do kind of want to break the fall a little bit of this because it is a little bit on the thicker side. All right, and I do want to kind of shimmy this a bit. All right, and then we're just going to kind of flatten out the top of this soap. And then I'm just going to spoon all of the rest of these little leftover bits into my little sample mold. This is a new mold I am trying out for little soap leftovers and samples and stuff like that. All right, so we've got our little sample pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and set these off to the side. Now I'm going to mix up our soap frosting for this batch, and I will come back when we are ready to frost. All right, so we are ready to frost the soap. We are going with a chocolatey frosting to match the top, and this one is actually scented with a chocolate scent. So we're gonna go ahead and do the frosting across the top. We're gonna do 2 dollops and then 1 dollop on top, and then we're gonna save just a little bit of space for the embed since it is a little bit larger, and I'll show that to you in just a moment. Right, and for the remainder of the frosting, I am going to just pipe it into my little extra overflow mold. And again, these will be used as samples. All right, and now we are ready to do the embeds. I think that these turned out so cute. This is a custom mold that I made off of a little jewelry blank that I had. So these are just the cutest little soft serve ice cream cones. These were actually a little bit tricky to make with the way that the mold is. So these definitely took a little bit of time, but we're gonna go ahead and add 1 per each bar. So there's going to be some that have the green and some that have the chocolate ice cream cone. And just to make this easier, I am going to kind of put these on this side here. And I want to kind of angle it inward, that way when I cut it there's no problems with those. So I'm just going to kind of alternate these and add 1 per bar. And I'm going to turn this just a little bit my way, that way I can tell I'm not leaning. Make sure I'm getting these really straight, that way when I go to cut them there's no issues. These are looking so cute. I'm just gonna kind of give these a quick eyeball, make sure they're all evenly spaced. All right, and then we're gonna add them on the same side here. Now I do have more of the mint than I do of the chocolate, so my little pattern's gonna get a little messed up here, but that is okay with me. Can't believe I was only 2 little chocolate cones off, but hey, that's okay. I already had more of the mint ones made, and like I said, since these are a little bit more difficult to make, I just wanted to go with the ones that I had already made. Okay guys, and these are how they turned out. I think they are absolutely adorable. I think that they are just the cutest little soaps I've made in quite a while, and I'm kind of thinking I want to make this a series. I feel like I want to do like some vanilla cones, some strawberry cones, all kinds of different ones, and with these being like more of a smaller size, I feel like I might make these like a little bundle collection. I feel like that'd be so cute. All right guys, we're gonna let this sit for a couple days. We're gonna come back and cut these when they are ready. I am dying to see what the inside is going to look like. I have an idea, but hopefully it'll turn out the way I am expecting it to. So we'll be back in just a few days. All right guys, so I have the slab unmolded. We are going to cut this into 2 loaves, and then we're gonna cut the loaves into bars. I'm so excited to see what these are gonna look like, and you can already see just a little bit of the design peeking through, but I can't wait to actually see when we cut it. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like. I'm sorry you can't see this part very good, but I have to brace this against the edge of my table, and I just kind of can't get the angle to work out really good. I really like how this looks already just looking at it from the side, but let's see how the actual individual bars look now. All right guys, I am just chomping at the bit to see how these turned out. So we're gonna take our first little loaf here, and I'm going to lay it down. That way I can see exactly where the little ice cream embeds are so I don't cut any of them. All right, we're gonna line up this first bar, and we're gonna see what the cut looks like. Okay, moment of truth. Hopefully, just because this one's an end piece, it didn't turn out quite like I was wanting, but let's see more towards like the middle bars. That was a little anticlimactic, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so here is the next one. Again, there's not as much definition as I was wanting. I think probably because I should have let the bottom layer set a little bit longer to harden up more to hold the sculpted shape. And since my top batter was kind of getting a little bit thicker, I think the weight of it, instead of flowing into the crevices, it kind of just like pushed down on it a little bit. So I am a little bit sad on that, but you know, you always learn things with every batch of soap you make. So I still think it's very cute, and I think it definitely still comes across the vibe I was wanting. It's just not as crisp as I would have liked it, but I kind of knew in the moment when I was making it that that was probably gonna happen. Okay, we've got the first loaf cut. Let's cut the second one now. I feel like this one turned out a little bit better. You can kind of see a little bit more of like the dripping kind of design. So I think this might be a little bit of a better loaf on this side. All right guys, so that is it for this soap, and I have decided I think I do want to make this a little kind of like mini series and make this like a little bundle. So I am going to be doing some more kind of flavors in this type of design style and this bar size, and we're gonna do a really fun, cute little bundle. So definitely be looking out for more videos coming very soon to see what scent we're going to do next. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Links are below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.